Hello children, welcome to Math Part. Today we are going to solve chapter 2, compound interest without using formula from that exercise 2A from the book Concise Selena class 9 ICSE. So we are going to solve each and every question children. So if you like the video, please share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. So we start with the first question. So rupees 16,000 is invested at 5% per annum compound interest compounded per annum. Okay, use this table below to find the amount in 4 years. So children, what you have to remember here, the difference between simple interest and compound interest. In case of simple interest, the principal, the initial amount remains the same throughout the period for which we are keeping the money. Whereas in case of compound interest, the amount at the end of first year becomes the principal for the next year. The amount at the end of the first year becomes the principal for the next year. So that is what is the difference between some simple interest and compound interest. Now here you can see the initial amount. So this is your principal, this is your interest, and this is your amount. Okay. Now we are going to use the formula for simple interest. So here we are directly given here principal plus interest is amount. Principal plus interest is equal to amount. So 16,000 plus 8,000, you get 16,800. Now this 16,800 becomes the principal for the second year. Okay, the amount at the end of first year becomes the principal for the second year. So here we have 16,800. Now we will be finding the interest for this second year. So we will be using the formula PRT upon 100. So we get the principal is now 16,800 is the principal for the second year. The rate of interest is 5% into the time period is 1 year upon 100. So simplify this, 168 multiplied by 5, we get this as 840. So 168 multiplied by 5, we get this as 840. So 840 rupees is the interest for the second year. 16,800 plus 840, we get 17,640. And this is the amount at the end of second year, which becomes the principal for the third year. 17,640. Now we will be using again same the formula. The interest for the third year is going to be principal, that is 17,640 multiplied by 5 into 1 upon 100. Calculate this. So simple way of doing this is either you can make it as 17.64 because denominator is 10 and multiply by 5, or you can divide 5 ones are 5 and 5 twos are 10. 1764, when you divide by 2, we get 882. Okay, so rupees 882 is the interest for the second year. So since rupees is already written, I'm not writing it here, 882. Now 17,640, that is principal plus interest is amount, which we get as 18,522. Okay, now this is the principal for the fourth year. For fourth year, we have 18,522. Now we find the interest. So interest for the fourth year is 18,522 multiplied by 5. We are finding only for 1 year upon 100. So we can do 185.22 multiplied by 5. That becomes easy because the denominator is 100. So decimal shifts over here. On doing that, we get this as 9. We get this as 926.1, but always rupees paise we write 2 decimal places. Okay, add this 18,522 plus 926 rupees and 10 paise. When we add, we get this as 448.10, and this is the required thing. We don't have to calculate this part. So because we are asked to find the amount in 4 years. So amount in 4 years, we get 19,448 and 10 paise. Got it? For the first year, we have principal is equal to rupees 6,000. The time period is equal to 1 year. And the rate is again 5% only. It remains the same. Okay? Because it is given the same over here. So we get interest is equal to PRT by 100. So 6,000 into 5 into 1 upon 100. So simplify this. You get 60 into 5, we get 300. Okay, this is your interest. Then amount is equal to principal plus interest. It is principal plus interest, which is 6,000 plus 300. So which is 6,300. That is rupees 6,300. Okay, this is the amount at the end of first year. The amount at the end of first year becomes the principal for the second year. So now for second year, we have principal is equal to rupees 6,300. Okay, the rate is again 5% only. Rate is 5% per annum only. The time is 1 year. The time is 1 year only. And now we find interest. It is again 6,300 multiplied by 5 into 1 upon 100. So we get 63 into 5 when we do. We get this as rupees 30. 5 3s are 15. Carry 1. 5 6 are 30 plus 131. We got rupees 315. Okay. Rupees 315 is our interest for the second year. Got it? Amount at the end of second year is 6,300 plus 315 plus 315. We get it as 3 plus 3 6. We get 6,615. Okay. Now this 6,615 for the third year, your principal is rupees 6,615, 6615. The rate is again 5% per annum. The rate is again 5% per annum and time is 1 year. So let us calculate the interest now. So you get interest is equal to 6,615 into 5 into 1 upon 100. So you can do one thing. You can have 66.15 multiplied by 5. When you do 66.15 multiplied by 5, you get the interest as rupees 330.75. Okay. So this is the interest for the third year. Now we are asked to find the amount. You are asked to find the amount and compound interest for 3 years. So we get, let us solve it here. So we get amount is equal to at the end of 3 years. The required amount at the end of 3 years is 6,615 plus 330.75. You add this, you get this as 5, 7. This is 5. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 plus 3 is 9. 6,945 rupees and 75 paise. Okay, 6,945 rupees and 75 paise is your amount. Now, the compound interest is equal to amount minus principal, A minus P. Compound interest is A minus P, which is 6,945.75 minus the initial principal was 6,000. The initial principal was 6,000. When we subtract this, we get this as 75. This is 5, 4, 9. Rupees 945 and 75 paise is the compound interest and amount is 6,945 and 75 paise. For the first year, you have principal is equal to rupees 8,000. Okay, the rate is equal to 15%. The time is equal to 1 year. So we get interest is equal to principal into rate, PRT by 100, 8,000 into 15 into 1 upon 100. On simplifying this, we get this as 15 into 8, which is 120. So we got this as 120 and one more 0, rupees 1,200. Okay. The amount is equal to principal plus interest, which is 8,000 plus 1,200, which is 9,200. Okay. Now for the second year, you have principal is equal to rupees 9,200. The rate is again 15% per annum only. The time is 1 year. So we get interest is equal to 9,200 into 15 into 1 upon 100. So multiplying 92 into 15, we get this as 1380. Okay, this is the interest. And then you have amount at the end of second year is 9200 plus 1380, which is 10,500, 10,580. Okay. Now this amount at the end of second year for the third year, last half year. Okay. So for next half year, you can say next half year. So you have principal is equal to 10,580. Okay. The rate is again 15%. And the time is equal to half year. The time is half year. So we have the interest is equal to 10,580 into 15, the half year. So it becomes 1 upon 2. And then this 100 was already there. Okay. Simplify this. We can have, this becomes 10.5, 105.8 multiplied by 7.5. You can do that. Okay. On doing that, we get this as 793 rupees and 50 paisa. 793 rupees and 50 paisa is your interest. Okay. So the amount at the end of 2.5 years, the final amount is equal to amount at the end of 2.5 years. What we get is 10,580. Okay. 0.00 plus the interest, which was 793 rupees and 50 paisa. You add this, you get this as 8 plus 9, 17, carry 1, 6, and 5 plus 1, 6 plus 7, 13, carry 1. We got this as 11,373 rupees and 50 paisa. This is the amount. Okay. And then compound interest is equal to A minus P again. So which is 11,373.50 minus the initial amount, which was 8,000. So subtract this 8,000. You get this as 7 minus 0, 3, 11 minus 8 is 3. So we get the compound interest as 3,373 rupees and 50 paisa. Got it? 3,373 rupees and 50 paisa. So we did with question number 2. Moving to question number 3. Calculate the amount and compound interest on 4,600 in 2 years when the rates of interest for the successive years are 10% and 12%. So for first year, you have principal is equal to rupees 4,600. The rate is 10%. The time is 1 year. Okay, let us find the interest. So interest is equal to principal into rate into time upon 100, 4,600 into 10 upon 100. So which we get as rupees 460. Okay, and then amount is equal to 4,600 plus 460, which we get it as 6 plus 4, 10, carry 1, rupees 5,060. Okay, now this 5,060 for second year, your principal is now this. So your principal is rupees 5,060. The rate of interest is now 12%. Rate of interest is 12%. The time is 1 year again. The time is 1 year because we are calculating only for 1 year. So we get interest is equal to 5,060 into 12 into 100 into 1. Sorry, into 1. 1 year upon 100. Simplify this. So you can do 50.6 multiplied by 12. On doing that, we get this as, and you get this as rupees 607 and 20 paisa. Okay. And then you get amount is equal to 50,560, that is the principal plus interest, plus 607 rupees and 20 paisa, which we get as rupees 5,667 rupees and 20 paisa. The compound interest is equal to A minus P, which is 5,667.20 minus the initial principal, which was 4,600, which was 4,600.00. You get this as 7, 6. Okay, 6 minus 6 is 0. 5 minus 0 is 1. So your compound interest is rupees 1067 and 20 paisa. Got it? So this is how we did the first part of question number 3. Moving to the second part. Now here you are given the successive interest for the 3 years. For first year it is 10%, second year it is 14%, third year it is 15%. Okay, and that is how the total period 3 years, and the amount which is being kept is first initially it is 16,000. Since it is compound interest, the principal goes on changing. Amount at the end of the first year becomes the principal for the second year. So let us calculate for first year. So for first year, you have principal is equal to rupees 16,000. The rate of interest is 10%. The time is 1 year. So we find the interest first. So interest is equal to 16,000 into 10 into 1 upon 100. On simplifying this, we get 1,600. Rupees 1,600. And then amount is equal to 16,000 plus 1,600, which is equal to 17,600. Okay, 17,600. Now this 17,600 for second year, this becomes the principal. Your principal is rupees 17,600. The rate of interest is now 14%. So R is equal to 14%. The time period remains 1 year again. This is for second year we are calculating. And then interest is equal to 17,600 into 14 into 1 upon 100. Okay, just multiply 176 into 14. 176 into 14, you get this as 2,464. You get this as rupees 2,464. Okay, this is the interest. So the amount is equal to 17,600 plus 2,464, which is rupees 20,064. Okay, now this 20,064 is the principal for the third year. So for third year, your principal is equal to rupees 20,064. The rate of interest is now 15%. The period is again 1 year. So you get interest is equal to 20,064 into 15 into 1 upon 100. You can do 200.64 and multiply by 15. That becomes easy. And you get this interest as 3,009 rupees and 60 paisa. Okay. So this is the interest you got for the third year. Now we have to find the amount at the third year and the compound interest. So amount is equal to 20,064.00 plus the interest, which is 3,009 rupees and 60 paisa, which we get it as 9 plus 4, 13, carry 1, 7. Okay, so you get 23,073 rupees and 60 paisa. Okay, 20, this is your amount. And then compound interest is equal to A minus P, that is 23,073 rupees and 60 paisa minus initial amount, which was 16,000. Subtract it, you get this as 3, 7, this is 0, 13 minus 6 is 7, carry 1. So you're getting 7,000 rupees, 7,073 rupees and 60 paisa is your compound interest. In here, your amount is 23,073 rupees and 60 paisa. Got it? Moving to question number 4. Find the compound interest correct to the nearest rupee for rupees 2,400 for 2.5 years at 5% per annum. Again, we find for first year. For first year, your principal is equal to rupees 2,400. Okay, rate is 5% per annum. The time period is going to be 1 year. It is easy. This exercise is easy. So we find interest is equal to 2,400 into 5 into 1 upon 100. So we get 24 into 5, we get rupees 120. So you get amount is equal to 2,400 plus 120, which is rupees 4 plus 1, 5. So we get 2,520 is the amount. Now this 2,520 becomes the principal for the second year. So for second year, For second year, your principal is equal to rupees 2,520. The rate is again 5%. The time is 1 year. So let us calculate the interest, which is 2520 principal into rate into time upon 100. Simplify this. You have, okay, 5 ones are and 5 twos are, and dividing by 2, we get 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 6 are 12, 126. We got rupees 126 as the interest. So the amount is equal to 2,520 plus 126, which we get as 2,646. This is the amount. For last half year, which is left, our principal was rupees 6,000. The amount at the end of second year is becomes the principal. Rupees 2,646. The rate of interest is 5% per annum. The time is here half year. Okay. So we find the interest now. So interest is equal to 2,646 into 5 into 1 upon 2, and this denominator is 100. So you can simplify this further. So you can have this as a 5 ones and 5 20s, and again dividing by 2, we are getting the interest as rupees 66.15. Amount now is equal to principal plus interest 2,646 plus 66.15. So which we get it as 6 plus 6, 12, carry 1, 4 plus 1, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 1, 11, carry 1, 7. Okay, 2,712. So amount is equal to rupees 2,712 and 15 paisa, and compound interest is equal to A minus B, which is 2,712 rupees 15 paisa minus 2,400, which we get it as rupees 312.15. And since they have asked to the nearest rupee, we can say that the compound interest is rupees 312. Okay. So the compound interest is rupees 312 to the nearest rupee. Moving to question number 5, calculate the compound interest for the second year on rupees 8,000 invested for 3 years at 10% per annum. So you are simply asked to calculate the compound interest for the second year. So we start for first year. So for first year, your principal is equal to rupees 8,000. The rate is 10% per annum. The time is equal to 1 year. We are going to calculate for first year. So you get interest is equal to principal into rate into time, 8,000 into 10 into 1 upon 100, which we get it as rupees 800. And then you get the amount is equal to principal plus interest, which is 8,000 plus 800, which is rupees 8,800. Now, this rupees 8,800 becomes the principal for the second year. So, for second year, your principal is equal to now rupees 8,800. The rate of interest is again 10%. The time is equal to 1 year. The time is equal to 1 year. So, we find the interest, which is 8,800 into 10 into 1 upon 100. So, which we get it as 88 into 10, that is rupees 880. And this is nothing but the interest at the second year. So, this is your interest at the end of second. So, compound interest, this is nothing but compound interest at the end of second year is rupees 880. That's it. A borrowed rupees 2,500 from B at 12% per annum compound interest. After 2 years, A gave him, he was not able to return money. So he gave him only rupees 2,936 and a watch for the rest of the money to clear the account. Find the cost of the watch. Okay. So for first year, what is the principal? Let us find out. For first year, principal is equal to rupees 2,500. Okay. And the rate is 12%. The time is again 1 year. So we get interest is equal to 2,500 into 12 into 1 upon 100. On simplifying this, we get this as 25 into 12 is rupees 300. So we get this as rupees 300 is the interest. So the amount at the end of first year is 2500 plus 300, which is rupees 2800. Okay. Then again for the next year, this becomes the principal. So for second year, the principal is rupees 2800. The rate is again 12% only. The time is 1 year. And then we find the interest, which is 2800 into 12 into 1 upon 100. So 28 into 12, what we get it as rupees 336. Rupees 336. So this is the interest. And then the amount which he has to pay. Okay, the A has borrowed. So A has to return how much money? A has to return 2800 plus 336. That is 8 plus 3, 11, carry 1. He has to return 3136 to the person, to B. He is supposed to return 3136 to B at the end of 2 years because he has borrowed the sum at the rate 12% per annum. Okay. Now, he gave how much? He gave 2936. So, the cost of the watch will be equal to actually how much money he was supposed to pay? He was supposed to pay 3136. Okay. And he could pay only 2936. Let us subtract 6 minus 6, 0, 3 minus 3, 0. 11 minus 9 is 2, carry 1. Okay. So the cost of watch is rupees 200. Got it? So he was not able to give the money back. So what he did? He gave only 2936 and his watch. So the cost of watch is rupees 200. Moving to question number 7. How much money will rupee 50,000 amount to in 3 years compounded yearly if the rates for the successive years are 6%, 8%, and 10% respectively? Okay. So we first find for the first year. So for the first year, your principal is equal to rupees 50,000. The rate is equal to 6%. The time is 1 year. So we find the interest, which is equal to 50,000 into 6 into 1 upon 100. 5 times 6 is 30. And then these 2 zeros. So 3,000 rupees is the interest at the end of first year. Okay. Then the amount at the end of the first year is equal to principal plus interest, which is 50,000 plus 3,000. That is rupees 53,000. Okay. Now for second year, the principal is equal to rupees 53,000. The rate of interest is 8%. The time is 1 year. Okay. So interest is equal to 53,000 into 8 into 1 upon 100. So multiply 530 by 8. You get 8 3s are 24. Carry 2. And then 8 5s are 40 plus 2, 42. So this is how we get this as rupees 4,240. Okay. So the amount is equal to now 53,000 plus 4,240, which is equal to 57,240. This is the amount at the end of second year. Now for third year, the principal is equal to rupees 57,240. The rate of interest is now 10%. The time is again 1 year. So we find interest is equal to 57,240 into 10 into 1 upon 100. So we get this as rupees 5,724. This is the interest. So the amount is going to be principal plus interest. So the amount is equal to, we are asked to find only the amount in 3 years. So let us do it here. So amount is equal to principal plus interest. So which is 57,240 plus 5724, which we get it as 7 plus 2, 9, 7 plus 5, 12, carry 1. We get it as 62,964. So the amount at the end of 3 years is going to be 62,964 if the successive rates are 6,000, 8,000 and 10, sorry, 6%, 8% and 10% respectively. Question number 8, Meenal lends rupees 75,000 at compound interest for 3 years. If the rate of interest for first 2 years is 15% per year and for the third year it is 16%, calculate the sum Meenal will get at the end of the third year. So she lends, okay, she has given the money on interest to someone to use. So let us calculate for first year again. So same formula, this exercise is easy. So for first year, your principal is rupees 75,000. The rate of interest is 15%. The time is 1 year because we are calculating for first year. So you get interest is equal to 75,000 into 15 into 1 upon 100. On calculating this, you get the interest as we get 75 into 15, we get this interest as rupees 11,250. Okay. And then amount is equal to, you have 75,000 plus 11,250, which we get it as rupees 86,250. Now this is for second year. For second year, your principal is equal to rupees 86,250. The rate of interest is again for first 2 year, it is 15%. So it is 15%. So time period, we are using 1 year again. So we get interest is equal to principal, which is 86,250 into 15 upon 100. Simplify this. Better you can do 862.5 and then multiply by 15, which we get it as 12,937 rupees and 50 paisa. So this is the interest, 12,937. So the amount is equal to 86,250 plus 12,937.50, which is, we get it as 99,187 rupees and 50 paisa. Okay. This is the amount at the second year. So now for third year, you have principal is equal to rupees 99,187 rupees and 50 paisa. The rate of interest is now 16%. The rate of interest is 16%. The time is again 1 year. So we get interest is equal to 99,187.50 into 16 into 1 upon 100. Calculate this. You can shift the decimal here and you can have 991.875 and then multiply by 16 and you get the interest as rupees 15,870. This is the interest. Okay. And then you are asked to find the money that she will get at the end of third year. So at the end of third year, the money that she gets, the amount that she gets at the end of third year is principal plus interest, which is 99187.50 plus 15,870.00. We get it as 8 plus 7 is 15, carry 1, 8 plus 2, 10, carry 1, 9 plus 6 is 15, carry 1, 9 plus 2, 11. We get it as 11,11505. This is the money as, okay, it is 1,15,057 rupees and 50 paisa. So she will get 1 lakh. See, she has lent 75,000 only, okay, for 3 years. and the successive rate are 15%, 15%, and 16%. So at the end of 3 years, she will be getting 1,150,000, 1,15,057 rupees and 50 paisa. Got it? So Govind borrows rupees 18,000 at 10% simple interest. He immediately invests the money borrowed at 10% compound interest, compounded half yearly. How much money does Govind gain in 1 year? So first of all, he has borrowed. So what he has to give, let us find out for 1 year. Okay. So the money that he has to give he has borrowed is 10% per annum at simple interest. So it is for first the money that he is going to get is going to interest is equal to principal, which is 18,000 into 10 into 1 upon 100. So which we get it as 1,800 is the interest. So the amount that he has to return to someone from whom he has borrowed is 18,000 plus 1,800. That is, he has to return 19,800. This is the money he has to return. Okay. Now he has done the smart job. He borrowed from someone at simple interest and he immediately invests the money borrowed at 10% compound interest compounded half yearly. Okay. So now here we are going to calculate for the half year first and then the another half year. Okay. So the amount that he has lent now, for that the principal is going to be for first half year. So we can write for first half year, you get interest, you have principal is equal to again 18,000. The rate of interest is 10% and it is the compound interest. And the time period is going to be half year. So we have interest is equal to 18,000 into 10 into half year. So comes down upon 100. Simplify this. You get this as 18 divided by 2 is 9. So you get 900 rupees. Rupees 900 is the interest that he will get. And then the principal, so then amount that he is going to get at the end of the half year is going to be 18,000 plus 900, which is equal to 18,900. This is the amount he is going to get. And then for next half year, the principal is equal to rupees 18,900. The rate of interest is again 10%. The time period is half year. Okay. And then you have interest is equal to 18,900 multiplied by 10 into half and upon 100 here. So you get this as 1890. When you divide by 2, what you get it as? Rupees 945. Okay. Then let us do the part over here. So the amount where he has given to someone again, okay, that he gets from the person as 18,900 plus 945, which is equal to rupees 18,900. We get 19,845 rupees. Okay. So he has lent with the compound interest, he got this money, but he is supposed to return this amount. So what is the gain he gets? So the profit, the gain he has is equal to the money which he has received by giving the compound interest, which is 19,845. The money what he was supposed to return to Govind is 19,800. So the profit that he has got is 45 rupees. He has got the profit of 45 rupees. Got it? He was supposed to return 19,800, but since he gave, so compound interest is always more than the simple interest. Remember that. So he is gaining 45 rupees over 1 year. Okay, the last question of the exercise. Find the compound interest on rupees 4,000 occurred in 3 years when the rate of interest is 8% for the first year and the 10% for the second and third year. So for first year, your principal is equal to rupees 4,000. The rate of interest is 8% for first year. The time is 1 year. So you get interest is equal to 4,000 into 8 into 1 upon 100. So 4 8s are 32 and this 0, you get the interest as rupees 320. The amount is going to be 4,000 plus 320, which is 4,320. This amount is the principal for second year. So for second year, the principal is equal to rupees 4,320. The rate of interest is 10% for the second and third. So rate is 10%. The time period is again 1 year. So we get interest is equal to 4,320 into 10 upon 100 into 1, of course, the time period. So this becomes only rupees 432. So the amount that he is going to get is 4,320 plus 432, which is equal to 2, 3 plus 2, 5, 4 plus 3, 7, and then again 4 here. So rupees 4,752. Okay. Then for third year, the principal is equal to rupees 4,752. The rate of interest is again 10%. The time period is 1 year. So you get interest is equal to 4,752 into 10 into 1 upon 100. So you can simplify, just do it 475.2. So you are getting this as 4, just denominator is 10. So it is easy. You get rupees 475.20. Always write 2 decimal places. So this is the interest. Okay. And then the amount that you are going to get, is equal to principal plus interest, which is 4,752 plus 475.20, which is equal to 5,227 rupees and 20 paisa. So this is the amount. Okay. So find the compound interest on this. So we are asked to find only the compound interest. Okay. For that, first we found amount. So now compound interest is equal to A minus P. So which is equal to, amount is 5,227.50 minus the principal was 4,000. So just subtract 4,000 from this. You get this 50 paisa, this 7, this 2, 2, and this 1. So the compound interest is 1,227 rupees and 50 paisa. Got it? Easy this exercise. So children, if you like the video, please share with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.